What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching the videos, coming to the channel. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to do something different again. This isn't an unboxing. This really isn't a review. This is more of a no bullshit review and a hands-on of the Alienware Alpha right over here. Now, before I get started, let me just say that any statement I make in this video is just clearly my opinion. Even though most of it is fact, I'm just going off on some things that aren't fact or just my opinion. So let's get started because I really want to talk about this and some people want to hear about it. And yeah, so let's get started. This is the Alienware Alpha. This is the i3 model. And let me just say that I absolutely love this thing. It's been a champion. It does everything I want it to do. It's been playing my games that I want to play on Steam. It's been running very well. But I definitely want to get into who this particular console is for, who will enjoy it, who's not going to enjoy it, and hopefully by the end of the video, you'll be able to make an educated decision on whether you want one of these. I don't know, maybe you've been on the fence for a while. Maybe it was too expensive, you haven't had the money. So hopefully, you guys will be able to, see what this is all about. So it's been almost a year since the Alienware Alpha was released. It's around 10 months right now at the time of this video. So a lot of stuff has changed from when this is launched a year ago. Like, first off, the GeForce experience works now with the Alienware Alpha. It does shadow play to Twitch. It does shadow play on your screen, so you can do YouTube tutorial videos. So now GeForce experience is working on the Alienware Alpha. All the drivers are there. Everything's working great. You can download Windows 10 on it. Even though I wouldn't suggest it right now, all the drivers are not there on Windows 10. It should be a better experience when Windows 10 goes retail, or maybe in a couple months when they just have all the updates. But first off, guys, like I said, this is the i3 model. They make an i5 and an i7. They're remotely very, very close. The only difference between all the models is the processor. The lowest one, this one comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM, and anything over this one comes with 8 gigabytes of RAM. And anything over this model comes with a terabyte also. So the only difference between it is the processor, the amount of RAM that comes with it, and the hard drive space. All the hard drives are very slow, even though you might get a terabyte hard drive with the higher end models of the Alienware Alpha. Technically there's really no difference. So who is this for? Who is this console for? If you are a console gamer, if you've been wanting to try out PC games, if you've been wanting to just get your foot in the door, this is great. This is absolutely amazing. If you don't want to spend money building a rig, and you just want to try it out and see if it's for you, this is absolutely the console for you. Now, if you have been building rigs for the past 10 years and you're an experienced PC player, this is probably not for you. You're very limited of what you could do with this thing and the amount of upgrades you can do. But if you are an experienced PC player, you still might find uses for this because you might have a child or a son or a kid who wants to be on your rig and play your games, and you don't want him to be on your expensive rig. So just get him this or them this console, put it in their room, and they could play almost everything that you could play on your rig on their TV. Also, if you have a bunch of games and you're always playing online on your PC and you want to play in your living room, get one of these. It works perfect. Or you can get the new NVIDIA Shield, which is a lot cheaper than this, and it streams in 4K from your PC. That is also an option too. But this thing is pretty fucking awesome, but I definitely want to make sure that you guys know who this is for and who it's not for. Like I said, if you're a console player, fantastic. If you're a veteran PC player, maybe not so fantastic. I've been on the forums a lot, reading about this thing, and most of the experienced guys have either gave it to their kids or traded it in. But that was at launch. Now, you can find these things relatively cheap now. When it first released, this core lowest model was $550. The top i7 was close to around $900 to $1,000 for the i7. Now, let me just tell you really quick, it's not worth it to buy the i7. I don't have the i7, but I've talked to a lot of people who have the i7. I've read a lot of articles from people who have upgraded their processors to an i7 from the i3, and there is hardly no difference in any frames per second, nothing like that. Now, on the PC side of things, okay, now if you've been researching this, you know it's a gaming computer, and you can go on your PC. It is a PC, but it also has that game console kind of Alienware UI. I'm not a big fan of it. I usually just run this thing through desktop mode. But like I said, when you get this and it's an i7, you're going to see most of your improvements on the PC side of things, on your desktop side of things. If you're doing photo or video editing or doing a program, multitasking, that's where you're going to see the i7 shine. On the gaming side of things, you're not really going to see the i7 performance. It's not there yet. The games aren't there yet, and it can't take advantage of what's inside of the i7, which is no different than anything else except for the processor and a 1 terabyte hard drive and like 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now, I updated this with 4 more gigabytes of RAM, and if you want to buy the i3, you can upgrade to any processor you want down the line. Say a year or two goes by, you can drop an i5 in here, you can drop an i7 in here if you want to. You can upgrade the hard drive if you want to. You can upgrade the RAM if you want to. So you have some choices and some versatility with this system. Now, if I had to tell you what system to get, I would probably recommend the i5. Why would I do that? Because the i5 is the perfect balance in what the system can do. The i5 is going to give you your performance you need to play your games. It's going to give you the performance you need when you're multitasking on your desktop, and it's not as expensive as the i7. You get the i7, it may run smooth, but you're not going to get everything under the hood because it's bottlenecked by the GPU. I'm going to get to that later. But like I said, you can upgrade anything. If you want to start with the i3, you can upgrade later on and just try it out. If you want to just go in and not have to worry about anything, then get the i5. Like I said, these things are cheaper now. I got this on eBay for under $300 used, and it works absolutely perfect. I got a really awesome deal, but you can find these for roughly around $350, $365 on eBay right now. Amazon's still charging way too much money for these things, but that's just the way it is. Guys, what I said about the GPU is the GPU is the same in all of them. The i3, the i5, the i7, all the GPUs are exactly the same. There's really nothing, like I said, different other than the processor, the hard drive, and the RAM. So it doesn't matter if you buy the i3 or buy the i7, you still have the same GPU in there. By the time the GPU, or by the time games will get up to the fact where it's going to use more than the GPU, or going to try to use that i7 or use more than 8 gigabytes of RAM, this system will be irrelevant. Okay, so there's no reason to buy the i7. That's my point. You can get the i5 and still be good for about another 4, maybe 5 years. That's pushing it. Maybe another 4 years. This has already been out for a year. You know, I think this lifespan of this console, because it is a PC at heart, is maybe around 5 years, considering the games that are going to come out. Will you be able to play AAA games 5 years from now, like the latest games on this? Probably not. Are you going to be able to play it on ultra settings? Let's be realistic, probably not. But right now, a lot of the games can be played on medium to high settings, and some even ultra settings if you overclock this thing, which I would do at my own risk. If you don't know what that is, I'm not really going to get into it in this video, but you can overclock this thing. It's hyper-threaded. The i3 is hyper-threaded, so it can handle it. But like I said, it's all about who this is for and the longevity of the system. If you go out and buy this, will it last long enough for you to enjoy it? That's the thing. You can't upgrade the GPU. It's the one thing in this thing, out of all the Alienware Alphas, you can't upgrade the GPU. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm not sure if sometime down the road, if Dell will release some kind of drop-in GPU, or maybe some third party will produce a new GPU for this box. I doubt it, but it could be a possibility, but I doubt it. So you are stuck with the GPU in this for until the lifespan of this console is over with. That's why I say it's for a console person who can enjoy it, sit down, put this in their living room, get into it, play games they never played before, games that are on Steam, just get their foot in the door. This is where it's at. Before, you couldn't get into PC gaming. You would have to build a $1,500, $1,200 rig to get into PC gaming to really make it legitimate. Because if you spend that much money, you want it to last a long time. If you're spending $1,200 for the rig, that thing's going to last at least 4 or 5 years, okay? And then you're still going to have to update the GPU, and you're still going to be making upgrades throughout the years on this thing. This can only be upgraded so far. So I definitely want you guys to know, listen, this is a no bullshit review. This is what you can do with the thing. This is who it's for, okay? So, like I said, you might be a PC player, and you might be intrigued by this. You can't really do much with the GPU. Like I said, you can upgrade the processor, the hard drive, and the RAM, but that is it. if you're a PC builder, it's not going to be for you, but it may be for your kid, or if you want to bring this in the living room. Like I said, you can also use the NVIDIA Shield. Now, I'm really interested in using the NVIDIA Shield console with this little gaming Steambox PC. Now, again, this is a Steambox. There's no CD drive, nothing like that. It all gets downloaded. This is a Steambox. So once again, this has been out for a year. So if you're in the market for a Steambox or you want to try PC gaming, there are going to be about 8 to 10 different manufacturers making Steamboxes this year. So in 2 more months, in November 2015, we're gonna be bombarded with a bunch of Steamboxes from a number of companies. So if you're not happy with the Alienware Alpha, or you just want to wait till something better comes out, in, like I said, November 2015, we're gonna have a lot of Steamboxes. So definitely go and check that out if this is something that interests you. This interests a lot of people. I've seen a lot of videos on what to do next when you get it, how to upgrade it, what it can do. Like I said, Shadowplay runs with this. I do OBS with this. I go on Twitch with it. It's great for streaming. It's great for playing games. Like I said, 4 years from now, I don't think you'll be able to play those AAA games at very high settings, but it will be able to play it. So it's all about the longevity of the system. How long will it last? Will you get your money's worth out of it? That's the most important part of it, because a lot of people don't have a lot of money these days. And if they do spend the money, they want it to work and they want to get some time out of it. Now, I understand that 4 years is a long way down the road, and you may be like, Danny, that's pretty good if you get 4 years out of this. I can understand that. It's fine. But for people who've been building their stuff, or from console players that are used to their consoles lasting, 8 years, this doesn't last as long. And your PS4, your Xbox One's probably going to last longer than this Alienware Alpha. So take that into consideration. This lifespan of this console will not be as long or as glorious as your PS4 or your Xbox One. If you have an Xbox One, go fuck yourself. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But guys, definitely, I hope you enjoyed this video. If this was helpful, just scroll over to that thumbs up button and click it for me. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more videos like this, definitely hit the subscribe button. I'm going to do some reviews. I'm going to still do my unboxings. I still have a video to do later on this week. So definitely, guys, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. I will check you guys next time. Peace out. And enjoy being a gamer. Peace out.